never slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no...
Because it is Hakim Danish from pole, but up the inside comes the 51 of absolutely superb. And it'd be interesting to see now whether Brian follows him and tries to...
First race against the likes of Morelli. You know, this is
Brian Ariarte.
There he goes then. It was a cracking launch for the 95 for Morelli, but as I think he hooked second.
Pick up just exactly what he was doing and Hakim Danish, they're getting a...
Not what the usual battles we used to see actually though, is it? Even though it's still exciting.
It is exciting, and I think...
Gear got a bit bogged down. He's now on the outside going into turn 2, so he's actually further down.
Really good drive down the back straight and threatened to take second place away from Brian Ariarte. It looks as though maybe Morelli, Fernandez and Thompson are going to get away in that second group.
When he started on the grid, it is Ariarte who's properly got the whole shot, then followed by Danish and
51.
This lot are absolutely drilling it. It's nearly 3 seconds now, though. Thompson did.
And they're going to be battling as the top 6, battling for that 4th place. Which
Rammersdorfer, who got a bit of a sluggish getaway, Peter.
Yeah, but that is the front row guys.
Oh! Bring him in a little bit by a few hundredths of a second in the last sector or so. But if you look at the luck,
of course, if any of these guys make a mistake, it suddenly becomes a battle on the podium.
Exactly. Big crash there in the background. Goodness gracious me. That is a big old crash to start as lap times last time around. The leading trio all near enough for 1:48. Well, nobody else is in the 1 So then, through the ultra-fast right-handers on this beautiful... Off with coming out of turn 4. Sincerely hope all riders okay there. Someone else went through the... 48, it's as simple as that. Pratama, though, started, of course, 15th on the grid. Up 40 back section of the Circuito de Jerez. Angel Nieto steeps in so much history, isn't it? I mean, gravel and carrying on. We're coming down the back straight now. I can see Veda Pratama, the 54, coming in places now. I mean, that is a heck of a start. This lad is so talented. We do love coming here to have the opener of the Red Bull Rookies Cup every year. It's so spectacular. In down the inside, looking in towards turn 6, overtaking Morelli there. He's very late on the brakes. Veda Pratama. He's looking, isn't it?
Yeah, and Hakim Danish goes up the inside of Brian Ariarte to take 2nd place. So it is indeed, and you know, it's circuit's got so much to offer.
Get up into 7th place there, or 6th, I should say. But all this drama behind
Hakim now is going to chase Veda, and it's these right-handers where Veda did the... It really is a superb test of these young men. Hard on the brakes now, and it's...
Peter has left Ariarte and Danish running away with it. It was Singapore, unfortunately.
Overtaking on the previous laps, and they're now taking a riding lesson from... still is Veda Pratama that leads from Brian Ariarte and Hakim Danish, with nobody out of the...
Who had that big accident, but it says on our live timing screens, Rider Oak.
The man in front.
Yeah, it's Veda Pratama track day tuition with his first...
These 3 showing that they've got a little bit extra. Of course, Veda he came through the pack and caught... Well, you can breathe a sigh of relief from that, because as you say, it was pretty spectacular and good to see him get away from that.
Lucas Pascal, first students, Hakim Danish and Brian Ariarte, apparently.
Yeah, but of course, but he's been at the front, he's been unable to break away. Maybe he's going to try again.
Brown has crashed as well, someone else down in the background too. Deary me.
And I was speaking, you know, they're following him through there, and that's fair enough, but they don't really get to see what the...
Well, this is a replay into turn 1. Pratama looking very, very neat.
Talking to, you know, Danny Revolta, rider coach, and he said, I'm just worried that the guys are too excited. 16-year-old Indonesian did to pass them. No. You know, that was the trick bit, not going through there in fit.
Indeed. I mean, what I was saying earlier, Peter, about him doing the Junior World Championship this year.
They all just, you know, they're not tense enough, and Lucas Brown was one of those. He said he just wants to do it, you know, virtually flat out, but actually getting up the inside of them. How did he manage that?
Yeah, he came here and he really did spectacularly well in Rookies Cup. This was the only series.
He's talking about passing everybody at the first corner, and he's come unglued for him.
Yeah, well, quite. Well, it's all changed as well for Pratama this year, because he's joined the junior mode he was racing in Europe last year. Whereas now with Junior GP as well as Pratama and there you go. So I mean, our timing screen's not quite keeping up. There was someone else who went down and for the 3 World Championship with the junior talent team. He's living over in Barcelona, Spain. To go very wide indeed. Goodness me, boys! That was not necessary. Things like that, but I couldn't quite pinpoint who it was before they disappeared on our timing screens. But as they come around the final corner at the moment, I think he's even going to an international school there as well. I saw him and a couple of others coming out of school. Good grace.
Yeah,
good gracious me.
If you're going to exceed track limits, exceed track limits.
You might then. For the first time, it was Sullivan Mounsey who went down. Oh dear, what a shame for Sully.
So that's a two
ball on his Instagram stories the other week. So he's doing the full rounds, about 15 race weekends as well. Do a bunny hop with it as well, Brian.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, I mean with the extra experience here in Europe.
British riders out if their timing screens are right. Then.
Yeah, certainly not a day for Royal Britannia, unfortunately. But they're for him this year, combined with the Junior GP, that'll do him a world of good.
And Brian Uriarte
living over here, understanding the culture, because that does impact their performance on track as well, Peter, doesn't it? There we go.
Veda Pratama up into third place. He came on. He's seen the fact that Veda is splitting here. We're not even half distance yet. We're just coming up to half distance.
How strong is Veda Pratama going to be all season long? I think Indonesia and Malaysia.
He was way down, 15th to 3rd. What about? And Veda has split. He's taken about a 10 bike length lead, and Brian doesn't want to see him. He says
mind you, with Hack Indonesia in his third year, can be very excited indeed about their future prospects.
Absolutely, that
Goodness
in one
me.
lap.
Absolutely quality. What a lad he is. So Veda Pratama finished up last year.
There's the usual getting behind me. Let's just see whether Hakim. These guys are the class act, aren't they? And it's Brian Uriarte, the local here.
In the championship, 8th place in the series. He didn't quite come away.
Danish follows the script and gets in behind Hero, who's the one who looks most rattled at the moment, has witnessed that bit of grass cutting.
With a podium to finish off the year at all, but he was certainly very close.
As they go after Veda Pratama, and Uriarte is closing down. That's a 10 bike length lead that he did just before.
I mean, that's the biggest bunny hop I've seen in Rookies Cup in some years, so we'll have to. I'm sure he looks to be starting his season with an absolute corker though.
Yeah, and talking to him up back to about 2 now.
Yeah, exactly that. Well, the action behind, we're not seeing. Red Bull will sort out a video of that and do the little measurement of how far off the ground he actually went.
After qualifying, he wasn't happy. He made the mistake. He missed, the end of qualifying.
Too much of it at the moment, but it really is all action down to about 11th. Incredible.
He clearly doesn't have, half a second up his sleeve or anything like that, does he? They're all these. But he said, look, I'm just going to look over things. I'm going to talk to the technical staff. I'm going to review my race of
place, 12th place, even 13th place, I think, actually, with Vitali and Plonk there. Because Christian Daniel Jr.
These guys have shown one way or another that they're very much on the limit.
And actually, as intelligent as
last year, I'm going to work off the experience I got from last year, see if I can. Oh, and a nasty moment there.